Hi everyone, Jordan here from ASM-Trading, your one-stop shop for everything Forex. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about expert advisors, otherwise known as EAs or automated trading robots. Now EAs have grown in popularity over the last couple of years, mainly because they can open and close trades automatically on your account, generating a source of passive income. Now whilst these can be great, they also come with their risks as well. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you what to look out for to make sure you don't get scammed, also how to manage your risk, how to test these robots, and at the end of the video, I'll be showing you how you can create your own robot to trade your own strategy. Now without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk to you about then is what to avoid when in regards to when it comes to purchasing EAs and how to not get scammed. Now, I myself personally have even fallen victim to these scams really early on in my trading career. The thing is, there's people out there and they understand that there are people who just want to find this holy grail or, this golden egg that is going to generate them vast amounts of profits per month without having to do anything. And that's just never really the case. Even with some of the best trading robots, you're going to have to still manage them, know how they work, etc. So these people, they go about their way by advertising their products on things like Facebook, Instagram. They boast these insane results and they're sending you screenshots. I just want to show you an example of one exactly now. And they're all the same, but this is an example. Now, these people, I'm going to call them out. They're called Viper FX. And this is apparently the premium channel. Now, this particular person sells a couple of different products. They're selling a trading robot. So you can see here. Amazing how a profitable trading robot can change your life. This robot already made $6,500 this week. We also have an amazing robot that help you pass a prop firm challenges for you. You need to stop wasting time and start today. So they got a little video. Let's have a little look. So you can see this looks like MetaTrader 4 and it's buying and selling signals, and I'm guessing it's showing some sort of profit here. So let's have a look now. This is the last 3 days profit and the £6,000. Now it's probably not going to show us the actual balance of the account. I can tell you now that's not a real account. That is a demo account. And what they do, they put these expert advisors on demo accounts. They absolutely ramp up the risk. And bear in mind, they probably set up a demo account for £100,000. And they're getting lucky on some days and it's making some money for them and they're posting them in here. But when the trading robot loses a load of money on the demo account, they don't really care because it's a demo account and they won't show you that. If somebody's being absolutely genuine, they will give you the opportunity to test out their robots first. The reason I know this one particular is a scam is because back in 2021 I decided to buy this exact same robot and it is absolutely garbage. It's not even made by them. It's an old robot made by an old developer that you can get for free elsewhere. And if you really want to try out this robot, just drop me a message and I'll send it to you. And this was my first experience of dealing with these types of people who are just complete dishonest and disingenuous. So you look here, they're saying click here when you can purchase his services. What they got there, prop firm challenge. So you can pass a prop firm. I don't really think that's going to work. Apparently he's doing account management. Gold robot, which is the one I got in 2021, which is absolute garbage. Like how they say they got 5 left. Lying about that. They're just trying to get you in to try and get it sold. They've never got 5 left. They've apparently always got a limited amount in license, but that's just not true. If somebody's trying to sell something, why would they only make limited licenses? That's where you got to think. So someone's saying there's only 5 spots, 5 licenses available. It's never true. And if you click on it, look, they're trying to get you to buy it. It'll say $67. It will open trades automatically. Easy 5-minute installation with images. 1723 trades per day. Includes stop loss, take profit. Absolutely lying. Let's have a look what else they're doing then. So on the link tree where they're doing prop firm challenge passes. So saying that this system, we finally received a 100k funded account in 2020. Since then, we've helped over 300 traders do exactly the same by leveraging our automated system by passing FTMO challenges for them. Rubbish. No way you're going to get a bot that actually passes your trading challenge for $87 or whatever it was. Absolute garbage. And you can see here, we go up, loads of different things that offering. Guess this guy is sort of offering some trading signals as well. Apparently here, this is a chat with somebody about somebody passing their FGMO trading challenge. Do you know how easy these are? I mean, I could just get my mate to text me that on Telegram, and I can just take a screenshot. Absolute rubbish. Yeah, there's another video there of some profits. And like I said, this particular one I actually bought back in 2021 because I was a bit gullible back then, and I just wanted to start getting into trading robots. You're going to see so many of these all over Facebook, and when we go on later on in the video, I'll show you how you can find some genuine robots, now you can test them yourselves. Anything like this, please avoid. If you see something and you think maybe I want to give this a go, just please drop in my Discord and, you know, drop me a line and I'll have a look at it for you to tell you if it's something you should be looking at or not. So this is what you need to avoid, okay? So where then can we find decent trading robots? Where can we go somewhere where we're going to purchase something where we know what we're getting and we're not going to get ripped off? And it's a straight, quick answer. I'm not saying this is the only place, but for me, this is the only place I've ever trusted when purchasing any sort of expert advisors. And the website's called www.mql5.com. And you do need to sign up and make a little profile, but it's completely free. And there's a couple of reasons why I would always recommend this place. Now, you're probably looking at you can see there's some expert advisors already on the screen. This is just a homepage. You can see this one's being sold for $5,500. Now, don't panic. I would never pay that amount for a trading robot. It's a bit extreme, that is. A couple of reasons why you want to use a marketplace like this. And number one is that all of these expert advisors will usually have reviews. So people who've used them will review them and tell you how they've done with them. Number two, the developers who create these trading robots are usually very engaging. If you were to purchase a product from them, you can message them and they will help you set it up. They help you tune it to the right settings, and they really can be really helpful. Number three, there's so many free trading robots, which we'll have a look at in a minute. And number four, which is the absolute bread and butter as to why I like using this platform, is every single expert advisor you get on here, pretty much that I've seen, allows you to download a demo of it that you can strategy test in MetaTrader 4 yourself to make sure that it's going to be profitable before you move on to actually purchasing the expert advisor. Me personally, I've never really gone on with other people's expert advisors. I've tried them in the past. I've currently run a couple of trading robots, but they've all been ones that I've had made for me on this site with some freelance marketers, which I'll talk to you in a little bit. So let's just have a look then. So, okay, we'll go for this. Well, first of all, you want to click on your marketplace, which is here at the top. And you got MetaTrader 5 and MetaTrader 4. Sorry. I use MetaTrader 4 mainly. Then you got an option then, if you want experts, which are experts advisors. You got indicators that you can put into your MetaTrader. So if you don't want to use an expert, but you find a decent indicator which is going to supplement your trading, there's some good ones in here. Not sure what this is, but a library or a set of useful trading libraries to accelerate development of applications for MetaTrader 4 and utilities. So below our trading program, simplifying Forex trading in MetaTrader 4. So the main things I really look at are the experts on here. Let's just get into something then. So Bonita EA, I think this one's called. Not really use this myself. We go into it. You can see it's $5,500. No chance I'll be paying that in hell. But let's just entertain it for the sake of getting through a review. So see here, it says Bonita EA is based on pending position strategy, very advanced secretive trading algorithm. The strategy of Bonita EA is a combination of a secretive custom indicator, trend line, support and resistance levels, and most important, a secretive trading algorithm mentioned above. Says don't buy an EA without any real money test of more than 3 months. It took me more than 100 weeks, more than 2 years to test Bonita EA on real money. See the results on the link below. Bonita EA is made out of love and empowerment only for few buyers. That is the reason of the price and implementation of piracy algorithm. Now, a few things you can do. You can go on reviews. Some good reviews, good expert experience for about 2 months thanks to the programmer. Great EA not only for Forex but also for gold. You can see some reviews in different languages. You can see comments on here where people are asking questions and the developers coming back to them. The good thing as well, you can go on the author themselves. So I think this is the author, yeah. And you can see if they've got any other trading systems. I go back. A lot of what these people do, they will actually link their bot into a real account, and you can see here real account, and you can actually see what it's actually doing in terms of running out this profit. Now, this account as well, if you didn't want to purchase the expert advisor, you can actually copy the signals from this account directly. As you can see here, copy for $999 US a month. That's a bit extreme, but you can see it. And if you've got an account, you can see how the EA has been doing on a live account. You can have a look at the trading history, see what kind of trades it's making and what it's closing. There's usually drawdown. You can see where the max drawdown is over the course of this being run. You can see it's run since December 21. The max drawdown it had was 29.69%, and that was October of last year. That's one good thing, but also this is the robot being run by the developer themselves, and they're going to know how it works. You're going to want to know how it works yourself. So let's move on then to how we actually test these strategies ourselves. So for this next section then, where we're going to be actually wanting to test these robots ourselves, the first thing you're going to need to make sure you have is download MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5, depending on which platform you prefer. But I'm going to be doing the example on MetaTrader 4. You could download it, MetaTrader 4, directly from the MetaTrader website, or this particular MetaTrader I've downloaded from the Axie website, because one of the main brokers I use is Axie, but it doesn't really matter which one you got. Now, once you're in MetaTrader 4, you'll have an option to log in to your MQL5 login. So once you've made this profile on MQL5, you can actually log into this on your MetaTrader 4, and they link into one another. Now, choose whichever expert advisor you want to trade with. So let's try this big bad boy one, the $5,500 US one, and we're going to see how it actually performs. Like I said, I'm not going to spend this much on an expert advisor, but let's say I had a lot of money and I wanted to, then this is how you test it. So you can see here it's got a free demo. Now, if you click on the free demo button, you can see we're on the MetaTrader 5, sorry, so I'm going to have to go market, MetaTrader 4. Here we go. So click on the free demo button, and it says, have you installed MetaTrader 4? Yes, I have MetaTrader 4. And it says, this site is trying to open your MetaTrader. You say open, and it should open my MetaTrader, and it should install the MetaTrader, and you can see it there in the marketplace. Bonita, it says Bonita EA. Now, you can't actually apply this to any chart because it's only a demo. It's not going to allow you. So you can see if you try applying it to a chart, it's going to say either buy or test. But it does allow you to strategy test it. Now, strategy test it within MetaTrader is something that allows you to backtest any expert advisor and its rules and how it performs in the previous market Always do this with a bot. So number one, you can see where it's failing. It's going to help you adjust the parameters, and it's going to allow you to see if it's going to be profitable overall. So to get the strategy tested up within MetaTrader 4, you've got to go up the top, click on View. You see here it says Strategy Tester. Click that, and it brings up this little box down here. So the next thing you want to do is figure out which pair you want to trade with. So let's say we're going to trade with the Great British Pound versus the US dollar, quite a popular currency pair. And next thing you want to do is find the bot, and once you've added it in, it should be in this little drop down box here, and it's the Bonita EA. Now, you're not going to have all the previous data for your Great British Pound versus US dollar already on file, so you're going to have to download that. So let me just go back to the website and figure out what time frames this bot runs on, because each bot runs on different time frames. So you can see here, features Euro USD, Great British Pound USD 1 hour. It says sets are provided. Now a set is basically instructions on how to set the parameters to make it profitable, basically. So I'm assuming the set that is defaulted on there may not be the best, but we're going to give it a go now anyway. So go back onto your MetaTrader. Now to download the history for Great British Pound versus the US dollar, you want to go on to Tools, History Center, Great British Pound versus US dollar. We want the 1 hour, 1 hour details, and then you're going to click download. And it says you're going to download data from the MetaQuote Software Corp. Okay. Now, it might take you a little bit longer. I think I've already got some of the history on this. It was just refreshing the most recent stuff. Brilliant. So we got the expert we want, the pound versus US dollar. You're going to have it's set on the period of 1 hour. Now, the tick model, you're going to always want to use every tick, because this is the most precise method based on all available time frames. So it's going to use the ticks within the 1 hour candles rather than just each 1 hour candle close, and it's going to give you accurate results. You're going to want to choose your period that you want to test it from. So I've got the date defaulted from the 29th of October 2021, and we'll go all the way to January the 4th, 2023. Oh no, let's go to today's date, 26th of January 2023. You want to use, click the Use Date button. Now, the next thing down is something called visual mode. You're going to want this on because you can actually watch it do its work then as it's going along. The next thing you want to go on then is expert properties on the right. And this will bring up the details of the trading robot. So the first thing, testing. You can actually test how much of a deposit you want. So let's just say £10,000. For this particular robot, you can put it on £100, £500, so you can see how bots react on smaller balances. This is what this strategy test is really good for. We want to open long and short positions. Optimization, just leave this as it is. Inputs then, so this is all the inputs that you have for this particular Bonita bot. Now I've not actually looked at this bot before, so I haven't got a clue where any of it is. So have a quick look. So we're saying money auto lot. I'm guessing it's working out the loss per my money. So it's going to say, I think that says, it's going to open 0.01 lots per £1,000 maybe. So maybe that's going to open 0.10 lots for 10,000. We'll see. Max currencies 2. Now, some EAs are more simple to follow than others. This seems like quite a complex one. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to see how it works as it is. We'll click OK. Then all you've got to do is click Start. It's going to bring up a new window. You can see here, this is the Bonita in action then. So you can see here, I think it looks like it's opening a load of sell limits, sell stops maybe. So depending where the price is going to go. So this little bar down here, you can speed it up. So let's just speed it up. So you can see here, it's now in a sell. A sell of 1.0, so we're right about that. It's got another sell on. I think the take profits are down here somewhere. And you can see how it's doing. Now, each EA will look different when you've added it on. This one has got its own little template layout. I guess it's showing your equity, your lots, TP in percent, open buys, open sells. Now, you can sit here for a while and you can watch it do its thing, especially if you want to pay close attention to what the bot actually does. Now, if you press pause on it, you can look at the results, and you can see on here, it will have anything that it's putting in. So you can see sell, stop, sell limits on what it's doing. It will be in this bit for you, but it seems to be quite crowded with all these sort of pending orders. But you can see here then, 29th of October, it's actually closed some positions. So you can see it's got profit, a minus of £3, profit of £11. So these are all open close same time. So there's quite a lot of positions open then. And overall, I end up with a profit of £100 there. It's also got a graph that's showing you the profit and the equity. So the green line, I believe, represents the equity, and the blue is the actual balance at the time. We can continue, but if you want to skip forward a little while, if you click skip to, now you're not going to be able to see it on here anymore unless you drag it across like this, but you can just simply watch this graph do its thing, see what kind of money it's making you. So this particular expert advisor seems to be doing his job. We started off on £10,000, remember, and we seem to be up to 10,645 now. Again, and you can watch the results live as well because we're skipping forward. I did just see some more profits then. Some EAs, they don't use sell stops or sell limits or any pending orders, and all you will see are just closed trades. So it's a lot easier to view in this tab. But yeah, we can see this is the 2nd of November 2021, and we're on 11,118. So I think if you've got a large balance, this does look like a good expert advisor, to be fair. So I guess if you were going to, if you had £100,000 you wanted to invest, maybe you're going to spend a bit more money on a decent EA like this. I can't see anything wrong with it at the moment. Now, I'm not going to let it go all the way because it does take a while. If you go into the settings part, you can see this green bar represents how far it's done, and you scale all the way over here. So just for now, I'm going to stop it. Now, once it's stopped, you can see, now probably ignore this bit. This is only dipped off because I probably stopped it when it was in a load of trades and didn't give it a chance to come in profit. You've got the graph here to show you how it's done. You've got the results here to show you how it's done. And this report then, when it's done, will show you an overall report of how it's done. So it'll say what the modeling quality was like, so how accurate it would have been. It shows you initial deposit, profit factor, your absolute drawdown on the account. It's got your maximal drawdown on the account. How many profit trades, consecutive wins, consecutive losses, to give you a good idea of how it's performed. So, yeah, if you're going to be doing any sort of EAs, have a little browse on this website and just have a test of them. If you go on to the MetaTrader 4, there's going to be plenty of free ones to try out as well. And it is to note, once you've done your strategy testing, it is good to try and either try them on a small balance or maybe even run the expert advisors on maybe a demo account. So let's move on now to how we can maybe look at making our own trading robot. So when it comes to actually making your own EA or trading robot, you need to remember a couple of things. That with an expert advisor, it works off strict rules. There's no room for a human interpretation with these types of trading programs. Now, to give an example, you can use something like the RSI and the MACD to help it judge when to enter or exit a trade, but you can't ask the trading robot to, say, only take sells at a possible trend line or something like that, because it can't figure it out. It's good at using different candles. You can use EMAs when they cross over from one another to to enter the trades or even exit the trades. So as long as you can figure out rule using indicators or candles particularly, then it can be put into an EA. And I'll show you an example of an EA that one of my first EAs I created. I thought it was going to do well, but take a lesson from this, it didn't, so don't try and replicate it. Was to try and use one of my swing trading strategies and automate it. Now, my swing trading strategies, even though it's a really profitable strategy, it didn't work with the EA. Now, the idea was that it only created a sell position above a certain RSI period and only created a buy position below a certain RSI period. And then to enter the trade was relying on a MACD cross. And whilst this works really well for me in my manual trading, the thing is, sometimes the bot would interpret trading signals like maybe this little crossover here. Maybe if the RSI is a bit lower, it would think it could be a sell when really it's going to be signaling into a buy. And it takes all these. It does pick up all that noise that usually you yourself would ignore and know it's not a trading signal. It picks it up, and that's the things you've got to be careful with, see. But I'll talk you through the process of how I actually got that and put it into place and got a developer to make it for me. So remember, it's all rule-based. So I said to myself, I want the RSI to establish where I'm going to be looking for my buying and selling zones. I'm going to have the entry for the buy or sell to be a MACD crossover. For my take profit and stop loss, because I want them to be on a rule base rather than just me entering random points in myself. I use the ATR indicator to judge where the stop loss and both the take profit were going to be. Now, I give those rules to a developer, and then this is what it looked like. So this is the MACD RSI that I had created. If I show you the inputs. Now, these inputs, I'd asked the developer personally to input them for me myself. So I asked to have the ability to customize certain things. Now, the one thing I asked for is I want to be able to change the RSI period. So at this point, it's by below 30. Maybe I can change it to 40 and try that out. Sell above 70. I'm going to change that to 60. So I got a free reign of when I'm testing. I asked them to change what the lot size it was going to be trading. And, we can put a 0.01. You can be 0.10. Now, in regards to the ATR, the way I wanted the stop loss and take profit worked out was to have an option to do times the ATR if I wanted to. So for the stop loss, if I just wanted to be what the ATR was at the time, you can just do 1.0. So 1 times ATR is just going to be the ATR. If I wanted 2 times the size of the ATR for my stop loss, then I can put 2.0. My take profit, if I wanted 4 times the size of the ATR, I can put 4.0. And they'll work out using the ATR where my stop loss and take profit is going to be. Now, something you can add in as well when you're using an expert advisor is a trailing stop loss. If you don't know what that is already, it just means if the price moves in your favor, the stop loss will trail up behind it. So if it reverses, either going to help you lose less or capture profits if it doesn't need to take profit. Now, with regards to the trailing stop loss, I asked them to put some input so I can actually customize it myself. So you can change how far the price has got to move before the stop loss moves. You can change how far the stop loss moves when it does move and things like that. Like I said, this didn't work, but if I should show you then in the strategy tester it in action, you can see it should start opening trades. So we had a little buy trade here. So this would have been the RSI below. But you can see here already it's had a buy trade and it's not worked. And when I've tested this in the long run, it just didn't really work anyway. So now you know the rules that I was actually using. How do you actually get a freelancer to get that made for you? So go back to MQL5. And if you go up to the top and you click on freelance, you're going to be put in somewhere where you're going to be access to hundreds and hundreds of developers who are going to offer to do the work for you. So what you're going to want to do is create an order. You want a development of a trading robot in MQL5, MQL4. So that's what I want. Yeah, it's a trading robot. We're going to be using an expert. And we're going to be using a MetaTrader 4. So just type that in as MQL4. And then you can put it in then. So put a title in saying RSI MACD EA needed. And then you've got to put all your rules and everything in here. So, and try and be as specific as possible as to what you need. Remember, if you don't know what things like grid and martingale is, you can add things like that into your strategy as well. They're really good. Then the thing you put your how much you're going to be offering. So you can say a negotiable budget, 30 to 200, say, or whatever you're going to negotiate. Down here, say no, they will be visible to everyone, and then it's going to go out to all the developers on the website. And you can say confirm the acceptance dimension required, add application to website, and it'll go on there. Now, the next thing that'll happen then is when you get them, people will start messaging you then. So, for example, this is going back on one of the ones I did for the RSI. You can see here's how I put my specification in. And my lot sizes and everything that I needed and how I wanted it to be laid out. And I had all these different people respond to me. They're all different developers. Now, the thing that I do like about this website, it doesn't give you the name of the developer. It just purely shows you their rating, their projects, their arbitration rates, and if they've had any overdue works being done. So you can't have any discrimination as to who you pick. Because most of the people I think on here, do work overseas or abroad. Worked with some Russian developers as well. And you go through your comments, and you can have bits where they will message you back and forth, and you can tell them what you want. Usually the developers will come and say something. They'll give you a desired budget. So this developer will say, he said, hi, I've checked your job. I'm very interested in your job. I can do this quickly and efficiently. I'm free now. They've asked for $30. This person's asked for $30. This one's asked for $35. This one's asked for $30. Some will ask for more, but you can see there's not very much. This person's asked for $50. If you want to know what their ratings are, because it doesn't say on this section, you can say, right, developer 4, I like them. Go to the description, look for developer 4. Okay, he's got good ratings, and you may decide that he's free as well at the moment, that you want him. And then you choose. Through this section then is where you will, it's not on you now, but there'll be a button for you to press to get them as an accepted candidate, and it'll inform everybody else that they've been rejected and they've found somebody else, so they won't keep messaging you. And you agree on something. They're usually really good. They'll keep in touch. They'll send you your files like they've done in this case. You take the files and you add them into your MetaTrader, and you're good to go. And it's all in there. But just remember, when they are sending them over to you, use that strategy tester just like I showed you, so you can test to make sure that your strategy is working as per your requirements. When you're happy, they'll sign off the job, they'll send you the source code file, and that's how you make your own robot. Just a real quick one. I just want to go through with you the process you need to do to get a set file or a file of a expert advisor added into your MetaTrader, because it's pretty straightforward, but if you don't know how to do it, you're going to pull your head out trying to figure it out. When you get your own custom EA made, it's not like downloading an expert advisor from the actual website where it just installs for you. You've got to add the file in yourself. Now, to do it, you will have a file. You can click download, find the source of the file by going to your downloads. You want to right click, either cut or copy. Once you've done that, go into your MetaTrader, go into your file, then you want to click into where it says open data folder, and it should bring up your data folder for you. Let me just stop that. I think it was something still running. Open data folder, and it's going to bring you to this page here. You want to click on MQL4, then you want to click on experts, and then just paste a year. Paste a year next to these other ones, which I've already got. Then it might not show straight away on your expert list on your left here. So what you want to do is right click your experts, refresh, and it will be in there then for you. So just pretty straightforward. I hope this really helps, guys. So that concludes the video for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. You take something away from it, and I wish you all the best on your trading journey when using trading robots. As always, the link to my Discord is below. Feel free to pop in and join a community of like-minded traders like yourself. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn notifications on to stay up to date with my future content. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.